What's going on, fellas? I have a free training coming up on 3 secrets how to make a woman fall in love with you. I'm gonna give you 3 secrets to teach you that can make women fall in love with you. You're not gonna want to miss this. It's free. Sign up. Link in the bio, the description, or the comments, wherever you see this at. If you're a guy who struggles to keep women around for a long time, if you're a guy who struggles to make it out of the honeymoon phase of dating, where it's 2-3 months and then the girl goes. If you're a guy who struggles maintaining attention and attraction over a long term, if you're a guy who struggles trying to maintain a rotation of girls and keeping them there for a long time, if you're a guy who's trying to get into a long-term serious relationship, this is the place you need to be. August 25th, 3 secrets to make a woman fall in love with you. You do not want to miss this. Come get this free game. You never feed a toxic scumbag. You never feed her. You don't feed her energy. If you feed her anything, just dick and that's it. But I would say keep your dick out of them if you recognize it. You see what I'm saying? But you never feed a scumbag, not food or money, right? Because you just make them a bigger leech. You just make them, whenever you feed something, it grows, period. Whatever you feed grows. If you feed a healthy person, it's gonna grow. If you feed toxicity, the toxicity gonna spread. So when you feed or you give money to, you financing a toxic woman, when you feeding a toxic woman, you ain't doing nothing but making her more toxic and amplifying her toxicity. You see what I'm saying? That's all you doing. We learned that in the streets. You don't feed busters. You don't give busters game, and you don't feed them because they don't deserve it, because it's gonna make them bigger busters. You see what I'm saying? Don't break bread with snakes. You don't break bread with busters. Don't feed them. So if you got the sack, or if you got, if I'm gonna use a street analogy, and then I'm gonna use a corporate analogy too. So if you got the sack, if you got all the work, and a dude be running off on people, be robbing people, don't be paying people back, you don't feed no dude like that, because you ain't gonna do nothing but finance his bullshit. You see what I'm saying? You starve dudes like that out. You make sure they ain't getting they can't eat. Because when they eat, and now they got the money to do more bullshit. They can finance their bullshit now. You see what I'm saying? The same with the corporate world or the regular world. When, let's say, like credit card applications, right? Buster to the credit card application people, or the credit bureaus, is the people who got defaults, who default on their loans, who don't pay people back, who got collections and all that. They not finna feed you. Why would they feed you? You see what I'm saying? Why would a job hire you and your resume bad and you look like a bad person? Why would a landlord rent to you? They don't feed busters and suckers either. So you shouldn't either. And you should never feed no scumbag bitch, because you're just gonna make them a bigger scumbag. You're gonna radiate and you're gonna amplify their scumbagness. You're gonna amplify their toxicity. Whatever you feed is going to grow. And it's also gonna be hard as fuck for you to get them to leave you alone. And they ain't gonna do nothing but fuck your money up and fuck your money up and fuck your money up. You see what I'm saying? Right? And if you try to quit a woman like this, if you try to quit a woman who is toxic and you've been feeding her, especially giving her money and food and shit like that, especially feeding her that energy, when you feeding her toxicity, and you try to leave her, she gonna become destructive. She gonna steal your car and drive it across the fucking country. She gonna bust your windows out. She gonna disturb your neighbors. She gonna call the police on you over some bullshit. She gonna say you hit her and all type of shit. She gonna become destructive when you try to leave her, bro. You see what I'm saying? So pay attention to that. Never ever feed a scumbag bitch. You never ever feed a toxic woman.